A cloudy and cool day in the metro. Another round of storms are making their way through the eastern plains right now. We could see some of those showers start to make their way east of the metro too. Thanks for being here for 9 News at 5. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
And I'm Kim Christensen. Let's get right over to 9 News Weather Impact Team Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. Kathy, you're keeping a close eye on the radar right now. You know, after yesterday, you never know what could happen.
That's right. One tornado yesterday. We could see several additional tornado reports east and south of Denver with a tornado watch out until 10 o'clock tonight. We've had a mostly cloudy and cool afternoon with scattered occasional light showers. Nothing severe from Fort Collins to Denver, but you go just a bit to the south and east where temperatures have been much warmer. And that's where we're seeing the potential for 2-inch diameter hail and isolated tornadoes. Severe thunderstorm watch in blue, tornado watch in yellow. Storms are tracking from the northwest toward the south and east. Some pockets of heavier rain just east of the Byers area coming through Greeley and Fort Collins, and a new little cell that's just off to the west of Highlands Ranch and Castle Rock. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue south and east of us for 1-inch diameter hail. Similar cell moved through El Paso County about 2 o'clock, dropped hail 1.5 inches in diameter around Colorado Springs. Showers are dropping south toward Denver, but we are not at this point included in the severe thunderstorm watch, as is Kiowa and Elizabeth. And we'll continue to monitor the potential for pea-sized hail, thunder, and lightning as the evening drive gets underway. This is the area we're looking at for large hail between now and 8, and this is the area that could see tornadoes later on tonight. Another check of the radar, your extended forecast coming up.
Kathy, thanks. We'll check in with you in just a bit. Our weather impact team will be keeping a close eye on the storm system, as they always do. You can stay up to date on the latest 9news.com or the 9 News app. It's free to download in the Apple and Google Play stores.
In Colorado, terminally ill adults can request medication to end their lives peacefully, but only if they live here. Now, a new federal lawsuit is challenging that residency requirement, arguing it violates the Constitution.
9 News reporter Rhea Jaw spoke with the out-of-state patient leading the case, and the Colorado doctor invited him to help him.
Colorado is one of just 12 states where aid in dying is legal. For a patient in Minnesota we spoke with, Colorado's the only one close enough to reach because at this stage, flying isn't an option for him. From mountain views to medical values.
Welcome to our house in Genesee. This is our dog Cito, short for Pancito.
Dr. Barbara Morris says Colorado stands out, not just for its beauty, but for its approach to life and death.
These patients, right before they take their last breath, they look at me and they thank me in a way that is hard to describe.
As a geriatrician in Golden, she's been helping Coloradans through the state's aid in dying process for years.
There's no other medical care or procedures where we have to check someone's driver's license or tax records before we provide care.
She wants to be able to help people who don't live in Colorado. People like Jeff McComas. He lives in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the chemotherapy I'm on, thankfully didn't take the beard away. So
in life, he tends to find the silver lining, even if it is the end of the line.
And my end here with the type of cancer I have doesn't usually end very well. It's kind of a long, painful decline.
Doctors told him he had 8 months until that was a reality.
Modern medicine has availed ourselves to better ways to do that. And so let me do it. The problem being is they only allow Colorado residents currently to take advantage of medical aid in dying. And so that's why there's a lawsuit that's been filed.
Under the state's End-of-Life Options Act, patients must prove their Colorado residence to qualify. In the lawsuit he filed this week with Dr. Morris, they're saying that rule is unconstitutional.
The image of declining and being totally dependent and suffering is not the memory we want of our loved ones. And also, we don't want to suffer.
It's a fight worth pursuing, absolutely, in my mind.
Jeff doesn't know if he'll live to see the outcome of this lawsuit, but he knows giving others a chance to a peaceful ending would bring peace to his own.
To help me and other people would be my last gift to the world, I guess.
Colorado law requires patients to be within 6 months of death to qualify for an aid in dying. Jeff doesn't meet that requirement yet, but he believes he will soon and says this lawsuit for him is about preparing for that moment while he still can. Rhea Jha, 9 News.
Interesting case that certainly we'll be following, and we thank him for telling you that story. Thanks, Rhea. Just into our newsroom, within the last hour, a Colorado toddler has been hospitalized with a confirmed case of measles. State health officials say the child, who lives in Arapahoe County, had recently traveled internationally and was unvaccinated. They're now in isolation at a local hospital. Officials say there is no risk to others inside the facility, but there is concern about possible public exposure. If you were at any of these Aurora locations last week, like the Walgreens on Hamden, Sam's Club, Natural Grocers, or the Children's Hospital ER, you could have been exposed. You can find a full list along with the dates and times of these visits on 9news.com. A warning from deputies tonight after a tragic accident at a popular hiking spot in Chaffee County. The Chaffee County Sheriff's Office says a 38-year-old man from Aurora died yesterday after falling more than 100 feet while hiking near the Agnes Veil Falls trailhead. Deputies say that Ronald Stam was hiking with his wife and daughter. Once they reached the falls, he decided to continue on his own. Deputies believe he tried to climb a cliff face without equipment, lost his grip, and fell to the creek below. Tonight, they're reminding hikers to stay on designated trails and never climb without the proper gear.
A man convicted of shooting an Adams County Sheriff's deputy during a car chase will spend 36 years in prison. Back in August of 2023, deputies tried to pull over 38-year-old Danny Martinez after suspecting he had stolen the car he was driving. Well, he took off, leading deputies on a chase before crashing on North Federal Boulevard. When a deputy chased him on foot to a gas station, Martinez opened fire, hitting the deputy in the stomach. He survived since he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Martinez was eventually found hiding in a nearby trash can and was arrested. Today, he was sentenced to 36 years. For a number of charges, including the attempted second-degree murder of that officer.
We are still waiting to learn more about the outages impacting 911 services around the Denver area. Denver, Douglas County, Castle Rock, Lone Tree, and Parker have all reported issues with their services. Right now, it's just not clear if all of them come from the same problem. Dudco and Denver both told us their outages were fixed within a few hours. Meanwhile, Castle Rock officials told us they started having these issues about 5:30 last night. As of noon today, they were still dealing with problems. 911 calls in that area are being rerouted to other dispatch centers.
The Denver Sheriff's Department is taking new steps to support veterans who are in their custody. Today it launched a specialized housing unit for military veterans, HUMV for short. The Sheriff's Department says it's designed to give structure, support, and rehabilitation for veterans in custody, focusing on personal growth and a successful return to the community. The unit also offers special programs tailored to veterans' needs, including help from the VA, Veterans Court, and peer support programs.
Today, the Denver Nuggets officially introduced David Adelman as their new head coach. He thanked his loved ones for helping him make it to this point, as well as the Kroenke family for the opportunity. But his focus quickly changed to the upcoming season and his mission to light a new spark in the team.
I think the guys have to feel like when they come back, it's not just the same. And, some things you try, you end up, throwing to the sides, it doesn't work, but I have to give them something to come back to that excites them. And a lot of these guys have been here for a long time, and that's a goal of mine.
Adelman took over for Michael Malone after his firing toward the end of the season. He went on to coach the Nuggets to a playoff series win against the LA Clippers. The Nuggets also nearly beat the NBA's best OKC Thunder, pushing them to a Game 7. Adelman's performance was enough to earn him the head coaching job. 9 News Nuggets reporter Chris Tavares will have much more in sports.